Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. So today I have been making some lovely little fabric embellishments and I just love them. They're just sort of like little hearts. I've got a couple of little circles. This is just made from a little bit of a scrap piece that I cut off, so it's like a little rectangle. I've popped them onto some felt. Now the main bit is this lovely piece of free motion stitching that I did. Now this is just some scrap fabric which I have stitched onto the back of a coffee stained, it's an old fabric napkin, which I love. So I've just taken all of my little scrappy bits of fabric and sewn them on willy-nilly. You can see the mess on the back, but I love it. And what I've done, I wasn't quite sure. I was going to make like a little journal cover, but I am very much into my little embellishments, so I made some fabric embellishments. Now, I've attached these, like I said, to some felt. This one I've attached to just a piece of card, which is lovely. And then these little bits, I've got a couple of bits. This is just a piece of lace on the back. Which is great, and they are just sort of like, you know, very, very rustic looking, but they are just beautiful. So lots of different. This one I've actually attached a little keychain on there, so you can just hang that from your bag, hang it from anything, and I just think they make lovely little gifts as well. So that's beautiful. And then this one is a little puffy heart that I made as well. That one I did a little while ago just to test it out. But super, super simple. Another way to use up your scrap fabric as well. And I just think they're lovely. Now this paper one, you could pop that in your journal and use it as a little pocket. So they are just fabulous, aren't they? So because it's paper, you can just glue it straight onto your journal page and use it as a pocket. But again, you can still do the same with this. These ones with felt, I think they're just really, really lovely. Now you can sew these onto your journals, onto the covers. You could stick it on with some hot glue. You can sew around them again. There's all sorts of things you can do. But look at this one. This is beautiful, isn't it? I think a little bit of hot glue on the back of that, even stuck on the top of a tag, would be lovely. So, and little ones. So lots of different sort of shapes and sizes on there. I just do hearts because I like hearts. Now I'm going to pop those. Oh, this one. Let me just show you. This one I have embellished as well. We've got some little seed beads. I've got a little bit of stitching on there. There's some sequins with some beads on there, which are lovely. So just, you know, once you've got that, you can just, you know, stitch to your heart's content. And these are all the little bits that I've got. Some embroidery thread, some sequins. I've got some little flowery bits here to pop onto them as well, which are lovely. So I'm just going to show you how simple it is. I've got one already here that I popped onto a piece of felt, so we will cut that one out in a minute. I've got a couple of templates. They're just the heart templates, but you can obviously make any sort of shape. And the backing, I did some lace. I've got this lovely shiny fabric. This is the felt. Now this one's quite thick, but obviously you can get different sizes, but this is the only one that I could get here. And then I've just got a piece of card. So they're the sort of backing pieces on there. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to just show you. Now, you can pick, let me push those out of the way. Pick a little sort of section that you would like to put your little heart on. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to do it from the other side, like that. Pop that down. And then I'm just going to take my Stabilo pencil. Now again, you can use anything because it's on the back. It doesn't really matter. I'm using this because it's black and I can actually see when I just draw around the heart like that. But again, you can use bits of chalk. Use whatever you have. I'm going to take my scissors, cut this out nice and carefully. Try and go around so you don't waste too much of your fabric, like that. Cut that down, pop that to the side. Can you see? So you can just sort of like pick the nice bits of your fabric out where you've actually sewn. I'm going to just cut this out. Lovely. So this is fun. I do love my fabric at the moment. All my little scrappy fabric bits, because I've got lots and lots. And they don't seem to be going down. But they are just beautiful. So we've got a nice little heart there. I'm going to throw these bits away because I really don't need those. So we got that one, and I'm going to show you first on a piece of felt. So I'm going to just stick that. Now I've left like a little rim around the edge, but again, you don't have to. You can just, it's very bright in here. You don't have to, you can just cut it right up to the edge, but I'm doing like a little zigzag stitch around it, so it gives it a little bit of a border to it, which I do like. So I'm just going to hold it on there. You can stick it on, you can glue it on, but you don't really need to. Now I'm going to bring my sewing machine across. Let's see if we can get that in view, just there. Oops. Like that, just so I can sew. So I'm just going to pop it on a zigzag stitch. So I'll just do this around here quickly. Okay, perfect. So that is just fab. I just love it. Let's just chop these off with my nice big scissors. Pop that to the side. Now I'm going to just snip this out, leaving that little edge around it. Put my pencil over there. Cut that around. Now again, you can back these with whatever. It depends what sort of project you want to do. So if you want to pop them into your journals, then back them with a little bit of coffee stain paper or card. You want it a little bit thicker. So you've got a bit of stability to it, and let's just cut that down just a little bit more. Look at that. Oh, I just think that is just so simple and so easy to do, isn't it? I'll throw those little bits away. And then again, you can pop these on to a bag. Now, I do want to make like a little bag at some point. I've got a little sort of like, it's like a little canvas and it's already got the zip in. So I'm thinking of sort of like taking it apart and then, because I'm no good at sewing zips in, and then sewing some bits on it and then sewing it back up again. So that's what I was going to do. But I think these are fab. This is one that I did earlier. So let's just chop this one out. So it's just giving you an idea, because if you've done some free motion stitching and you've got little things, and we always tend to sort of make little bags and journal covers, but I do love my embellishments, so I do like to make lots of these. Right, shall we do another one? I'm also going to do like the little bits that are sort of like left over. That's why I did that little rectangle, because I had a little bit left over. And it wouldn't quite fit anything in. Now I like this little sort of green bit at the end. So should we have a bigger one in there so that I can get some of that in there as well? Right, so I'm going to just turn that over. So that's the point. I'm going to pop that in there, right in that point there. Make sure we want to go this way a little bit. Take my pencil and then just go around, whoops, the little heart, like that. Whoops, down through there. I might pop, where's the little heart? What was on that bit? Should we just pop this one in there? Like that, I think. Just around. Okay, so that comes down through there. So we've got two little hearts on here. Can go across there because I'm not going to be able to fit anything in there. Down. There we go. Pop that to the side. Fabulous. Now you can make lots of these. Again, you don't have to back them with anything. You could just go around the edge with a little zigzag stitch, so it doesn't sort of fray, and leave it as it is. But look at that, that's beautiful, isn't it? Let's cut this one out. Now I think on this one I might pop a little flower. I might sew just a little flower on there in the middle, because that one's quite plain, isn't it? That's quite light. So I've got some little sort of embroidery sort of flowers on here. So that looks quite pretty, doesn't it? Or we've got like a little blue flower, little pink one, or a little purple one. That's quite nice. Shall have the little purple one, I think. Let's put these to the side. I'm going to sew this one on first. Now again, you can hand stitch that on there if you like, or I'm just going to use the machine. What should we pop on the back of this one? Right, I'm going to use a piece of, I was going to use card, but this is quite pretty, so I'm going to use a little bit of the felt, I think. So let's just do this little one. I'm going to cut this so I don't have so much to work with. There we go. That's a little bit better. I'm going to cut these up because I'll use those as stuffing for something. Right, let's bring my machine over. I'm going to just do a little zigzag stitch. Let's pop that in the middle of that, if I can get that thread in. Again, you can stick this down if you want to. I'm not quite sure. I think that's the right side. So all I'm going to do is do a little zigzag stitch where the little gold bit of the middle of the flower is. So just pop that on there. And then I've got a little pink piece in there then. Where's my little scissors? There they are. So we've got some lovely pink thread in there. So it's sort of gold and pink now in the middle. Can you see? There we go. Fabulous. Now I'm going to sew around this one, little ziggy-zaggy stitch around here. Again, you can put whatever you like on there, but I'm just going to leave these because I think they are nice as they are. So I'm just going to do a zigzag stitch around here. See if you can see a little bit better. There we go, lovely. Chop those off, pop that over. So look at that, they're just so simple to do and they're so lovely. I'm going to just cut around like that. I think these do make lovely little dingly dangly, sort of like key rings. I think I'm going to hang one off my bag. There we go, look at that. Isn't that lovely? Really simple. And then what should we pop on this one? I think I'm going to, because this one I would like in my journal. So I'm going to just put that onto a little piece of card, I think, and cut around it. So let's just... Now again, you don't have to. You can leave them as they are. It's entirely up to you, but you can cut them out. But be careful because they will fray around the edge. So let me just pop that onto the card like that. Is that going to be big enough to give it a little edge? Or maybe just, oops, pull that out. I might actually get a little bit of a bigger piece of card. I think I was a bit stingy on that one. That's probably a little bit better, isn't it? Just so we've got a little bit more room around. Now again, you can stick it down first, but I'm just going to put it on there and sew around. There we go. The reason I'm actually backing them is so it just gives it a little bit more stability, and then, you know, we can use them for all sorts of things. But again, you can just cut them out and sew them straight onto your project. You could probably, if you've got a lovely t-shirt, you could probably put one of these, sew it straight onto a nice t-shirt or a pair of jeans or something like that, if you're into your, you know, making things like that. I'm just going to scrunch around the edge like that. And then these are all going to go into my stash for when I make my journal covers and things like that. Then I can add them on. I'm going to ink it actually. Let's just add a little bit of ink around there. Just like that. Really, really lovely. So look at that. How pretty is that? Isn't that lovely? I love them. I could just carry on like I always do when I make embellishments. I just love them. So shall we make a few more? I think I might make a little round one just to show you. Look, we got a nice little section here. I'm going to just cut that off and then sort of try and do a little circle like that. Cut these little, there we go, nice little scrunchy circle. Shall we pop one of these on? I've got these little, I do like these little flowers, and then that's quite nice, isn't it? Whoops, that's quite nice popped on to the middle like that. I do like that. So let me just sew that on. And again, that little pink flower is quite nice, isn't it? Do you like the little pink? Oh, I like the little pink flower, I think. Now, shall I? What I might actually do is actually sew that on. Let's see. Look at my little pot of sewing bits. What a mess. I've got lots of needles and all sorts of things in here. Is that a piece of thread? Oh, look, that's attached to there. Oh no, I need a beading needle actually, because I'm going to use a bead. So it would help. Let's see, I've got some beading thread in here somewhere. An opened one. I do. There we go. There it is. It's just, this is lovely, this beading thread. It's sort of like a nylon-y one. I've got links to this under, oops, under the video in my Amazon storefront, which is fabulous. I love this thread. You know it's really strong. So let me just thread that up a second. So yeah, I just fancy doing a little bit of this. I'm quite liking my fabric-y bits at the moment. All the little scrappy bits. Like I said, I've got so much of it that I want to make. Oh, it wasn't very good. Just some little embellishments. Oh my gosh, I can't tie a knot today. There we go. Did that tie? Just about. Let's just go up through there. I think I just tied one. Let's just do a few stitches in there just to make sure we are on. Put that in the middle. Go up through there. Oh, if I can. A few little stitches just to hold that on. Oops. Sorry, I'm a bit all over the place. And then I'm going to pop a little sequin on there. Let's go back up through. Just like that. And I'm going to just take this tiny, tiny little purple sequins. Oops, if I can open the bag. I only need one. And then, oh, it's a little white one, but then I need a little bead. I'm going to just take one of these little pink seed beads as well. Let me find the end of my needle. Tiny little one of those. Little seed bead. Put that on, and I'm going to go back down through that little sequin. Oops. Like that. So we've got little middle of that flower. And there we go, back up. back up through that sequin if I can. Best for my beading needle. Probably the wrong one, but okay, let's just go up like through there. There we go. Then I'm going to go up through the sequin like that. I think that's going to be easier. There we go. Through my bead and then back down again. Do apologise, it was a little bit of a palaver, that one, wasn't it? There we go. So then we've got this little bead on the little flower, which is so pretty. And then we will just pop a little knot in there, just so we know it's not going to fall apart. A couple of little knots, and then I'm going to just chop that off. So many different ways of embellishing these. So that, look at that. Isn't that so pretty? Now again, just leave it like that if you want to. That can just stick onto a journal or on a little tag or anything like that. Really pretty. But I think what I might do, I might just go around it. No backing. I'm just going to go around the edge with a little zigzag stitch so it doesn't fall apart. I love the shabbiness of this one. That's beautiful. Look at that. Now again, if you don't sew, if you haven't got a sewing machine, just glue them onto something. You can glue a little, get a little bit of fabric glue, and you can just glue your little beads on and things like that. A little bit of fabric glue around the edge so it doesn't fray. But they are just beautiful. Well, you can hand stitch. Don't stick the beads on actually, just hand stitch those on. And then you can just pop a little bit of glue on the back just so it doesn't fray. But that is so cute. I do like that one. Loving them. Let's just pop those to the side. Now, I think what I might do as well, I might do some sort of like bigger hearts like this. Not bigger hearts, but this size heart, without backing them, because I quite like that as it is. Where's my little... There we go. Which piece shall we use? This is quite nice, isn't it? Because that's sort of quite... Should we go in there? Should we do that? So it's sort of got this lovely piece of lace there. Okay, so let's just do that like that. And see what we come up with. Where's my pencil? Then I want to go just so round the edge like I just did, with no backing. Like that. Get my nice big scissors. I think we could probably have, I'm going to cut that off because we can do another little circle on that piece. Little random piece. There we go. Look at that. Oh, lovely, because I've got that lovely piece of lace in there. So these little bits can be thrown away. And let's just cut a little circle. Sort of circle. There we go. Lovely. Actually, these would make really nice little fabric buttons, wouldn't they? That's quite a nice idea. You could pop two little eyelets as the little holes in there. Do you think that would work? Oh, I'm going to give that a go, actually. Now, what I need is a thinner piece of... I don't know whether that's going to be big enough, is it? Is this going to be big enough? That might be big enough. I don't think I got a bigger piece. I was using this the other day, but I don't think I've got a bigger piece of this. I don't want it too thick. Let me have a quick peek. What's this piece? So it's I'm just rummaging in my drawer. That's a little bit better, isn't it? That would fit on there. I'm going to just chop that off. Oh, what did I do with it? There it is. And just sew around that. Look, let's see if we can make a little button. A little fabric button. That's a good idea if it works. It's not really very round. Okay, so that wasn't easy to do because this is too thin. So I'm going to give that another go. I'm going to cut out another little circle. Look at that. I just made a big mess on that one. That was just a bit messy. So I'm going to have to do on the felt, I think, because that's going to be a little bit thicker. So let's just try it on a piece of this. This has got sort of some lace in it. It's got like a little flower on there as well. Okay. So yeah, it didn't quite work on that thinner cotton. So let's just try and make this into a bit of a circle, like that. What do you think? That's pretty good, isn't it? I'm going to put it on there like that, just so I've got a bit more to hold on to as we go around the machine, as we sew it. So I've got something to hold on to. Now again, you can stick that down, but I'm not going to. Okay, lovely. Oh my gosh, that's so pretty. Let's pop that over there. Going to just leave a little edge to that, like this. Oh, I'm liking these. Let's hope I can I'm going to pop some little eyelets in there. So let's hope that this works. Let me just get my little eyelet thingamajig. Okay, I think I'm going to have to use the smaller little, what should we go for? The little white ones. So I've got two little white ones. We don't want the black ones. Two little eyelets. Let's take my little crocodile on there. So we will, I'm going to make little marks on this. What did I do with my pencil? Oh, well, I've got another one here. So I think we'll have to do it at the top. Just make a little mark there. Make a little mark there. Roughly. And I'm going to just cut that through. Let's just see if this will. This is just an experiment. If I can get it out. That's made a hole, so I can just go through that in a minute. If this works, I can make some more. And that's a hole. Cut that out. That is a hole, it did go through. There we go. Can you see? It's cut through the bottom. Let's just poke that through. Just so it's enough, hopefully, to pop my eyelet through. I'm going to pop that on the end of my little awl. Where's the hole? And there's the hole. Can you see? Oh, I haven't done it very straight. Let's move this. So we've got the right one. Pop that through. Squeeze that down. Oh, love it. What did I do with my other eyelet? Have I lost it? Have I just bumped it somewhere? Oh dear. Let's get another one. And put it on the end of there. Where's the other hole? There's the hole. go. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. We've got a little fabric button. How cute is that? Let's take that off. Oh, I like that. So guys, we can make little fabric buttons. That's lovely. So that's our first little tester. I'm going to have to do some more of these at some point. Now again, you don't have to do it with your free motion stitching one, but that is really, really lovely, isn't it? That would make a really nice closure on your one of your journals. Oh, that was fun. Let me just pop all these bits away. Pop this away a minute, and then we can see what we have made. Pop that up there. Oopsie daisy. Okay guys, so that was fun, wasn't it? So that was a nice quick video. We've got some beautiful little hearts. I'm loving these. These are the ones which we've got on the felt on the back. You can get thinner felt, so it all depends on what you're going to use them for, but this is just a few ideas. These are some smaller ones. These are all on felt. This one has just got the fabric backs on there, which I will make them obviously a lot softer. And this one is paper, and this little one is paper as well. So they are beautiful. We've got our two little circles. We have our little button, which is great. Oh gosh, lots of thread everywhere. And we have our little rectangle. So there we go. Fun, fun, fun. So definitely, oh, I got another little spare one there. We have to do that one in a minute. Or I might just go, yeah, it's not easy to sew around the edge because they do bend up. So it needs something a little bit. I might keep that one and pop that on, sew that onto the front of a journal as it is. But loving them, loving them. So I hope you do too. So a few ideas of what you can do with a little bit of free motion stitching. So get going guys, get your machine out, get your little scrap fabric out. Doesn't take that long, and it's very therapeutic. It's a really nice one to sit and do, and we have a very rainy day today, so that was fun. So thank you so much for joining me. Have a fantastic rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. All right guys, bye bye.